except for ladyboys. That's a good resource to have. Hello there, my good people. It's your boy, the Man Penguin here, and we are unfortunately here today with the 2,000 subscriber special. The 2,000 subscriber special is possibly the worst goal I have cooked up for myself so far. 80, I thought would be pretty bad, but that was actually kind of fun. This 2,000 subs, I am holding absolutely zero faith in. We are doing a New Zealand world conquest. A country that has seen no love since Together for Victory back in, what, 2016, 2017? Like 10 years ago. Led by Michael Joseph Savage, 100% Democratic, and nothing. Let's hop straight into this. Iron Man mode is on, nothing else is on. Let's go. Here we are in New Zealand, 3 divisions, under-equipped, no manpower. In order for this world conquest to be even remotely successful, I need the British to either go fascist or communist. Maybe monarchist. I need the British to basically do something that is unhistorical. But for us, we're going to start with the first Labour government, and our research slots are only 2. That's so generous. Don't we all just love being New Zealand? 1 mil. 1 civ, 3 civs. Wow, 3 civs. Okay, New Zealand, I see you. I know how you are. You're vicious. You're a killer. I respect that N-word Dominion. Labor 100, and if you look at our economy and our military industry, I don't see any labor in there at all, but apparently we have 100 labor and we have 12 planes. So they're going to definitely take us to victory. You'd even say that these 12 planes are together for victory. We can unite Polynesia, which is super duper useful. No unite Oceania or anything like that. Nope, just unite Polynesia, because really, I mean, that's like, what is that, like an extra 1 million core manpower if you're lucky? But I'm sure you all are surprised today. We're going to be doing the Statute of Westminster. We're going to be leaving these Anglo-Saxon behind. Thank God they're doing a changing course. That is a good thing for me. It's down, factionalist, Germany being a little basic bitch. In Italy, I don't know. Looks like they're not doing too hot in Ethiopia, but I guess we'll see. How kind of the Indians. We really appreciate them. But I'm sure, as you are all surprised, we're obviously going to be doing Constitution Amendment Act. Just kidding. We're doing the Lee Affair. Shock and horror, I'm sure to none. New Zealand has so much manpower that we definitely do not desperately need the Karl Marx portrait. Ironically, I think we would be better off with the basic focus tree, but no such luck in today's game. Lee, he had an affair. We don't know who he had an affair with, probably with a sheep, but that's led to the Workers' Party, which, great. And we're gonna get Hugh Anderson. He gives us plus 10 communism a day. Wow. And we're gonna get 2 English light cruisers. New Zealand's doing New Zealand things. We're getting partial mobilization to really up our economy. That helped a lot. You know what else will be useful for this world conquest? 2 whole dockyards. Don't you just love 2 whole dockyards? I know I do. So that I can produce my cruiser with no steel. My spit and shit cruiser. We love Together for Victory focus trees. They're just probably the best. All right, 50% communist, 100% referenduming. Communist Party, weird looking flag, weird looking lady, but we can finally get Marx's portrait in here. We need Marx's portrait for that 500 manpower, and we have a land doctrine debuff, which we don't really give 2 shits in a tin can about. We're just gonna save it while we get our national roads, because what do you know? Communists, they build roads, that's all they do. All right, this weird lady, she's built enough roads, that's what communism is, and we can finally become free. Am I still in the Allies? I am still in the Allies. Oh, Australia declares independence. So now that's clutch. You don't know why that's clutch? Because eventually I'll be able to declare war on them. I'm gonna need Australia. I'm gonna need the Dutch East Indies. I'm gonna need, well, hopefully the British Raj goes independent. I doubt they will. They're kind of pussies like that. They don't really do that shit. But I'm gonna need these places around here because Karl Marx saved New Zealand. I have a war goal against the Australians, so we're gonna declare it. And, you know, while I have that war goal, I have 4 Marines named after my channel members. Pewpack's Sheep Appreciator Marines, Sparky's Sheep Tenderizer Marines, Bodie's Boated Marines, and Yellow Victini loves New Zealand Marines. I kind of question the Australians' thinking here, landing where there is no port. But while I may question it, I do not criticize it, because you know what? They want to be stupid, that's their God-given right. The Australians sacrificed 4 divisions on the shores of New Zealand. Look at that, they're sacrificing another division on New Zealand soil. So hopefully this naval invasion shouldn't be too bad. We're gonna kind of hope that 9 divisions are sufficient for this task. It very well may be doable with only 9 divisions, so long as the Australians keep getting encircled and killed. All right, there they go. The New Zealand fleet from 9 ships to 25. What do I do next? Ooh, you know what? That might be interesting, guys. Steal the Second Philippine Republic right out from underneath them. especially because no one's going to come to their aid. And that, I guess, would be some manpower and a little bit of resources. A little bit of resources. Not many. It is the Philippines after all. There's nothing here. Except for ladyboys. That's a good resource to have. Well, Britain just cucked me, so no Philippines for me. Well, I guess maybe Siam. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to declare war on Siam. I don't know if I need the Siamese, but I guess I feel like it wouldn't hurt to have the Siamese, if you please. Is it just one division? It is just one division. Now, hopefully they don't reinforce said one division. I'm a little concerned with the fact that I'm losing this battle. I'm very concerned with the fact that I'm losing this battle. Oh, that's very, very concerning. I'm about to lose all my divisions. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Regretful decisions have been made. Okie dokie. That is a massive chunk of our army gone. That sucks. I think that completely has killed the run, but it hasn't yet. We'll keep going. That is 37,000. I'm sorry, that's not even all of them. That is going to be... what, like 50,000 dead New Zealanders? Very beautiful. Very, very thrilling. Very fun. Why are you guys going? Stop going. You shouldn't be going anymore. Riveting. Riveting, that is. Britain's throwing me a bone, though, to make up for my lost 50,000 New Zealanders. They gave me control of some of the Pacific Islands. That's... well, actually, that is kind of useful. I still can't unite Polynesia, but it is kind of useful because, well... I don't have to naval invade these islands whenever I go to war with Britain. Some might say this is stupid, and I'm tearing off more than I can chew, but to that I say, you are absolutely correct. But I'm still going to declare war on the Dutch East Indies. I just realized that they have a whopping 2 to 12 divisions, and if I can cap them, I could get some manpower, maybe? Question mark, thinking emoji? Or at the very worst, some rubber, which not that useful for me and my 14 mill factories. I got a lot of manpower by taking 1-2 of these islands, I think. Something I mustn't deny that's becoming slightly frustrating is the fact that the Philippines, of all countries, who is not at war with the Dutch East Indies, is taking the Dutch East Indies. Whenever I land somewhere, it just goes automatically to the Philippines. I don't understand why. I don't understand what I did to deserve this, but clearly I did something very bad in some lifetime to deserve this treatment today. The Dutch capped, and so, of course, despite the fact that I had these islands, I'm not going to be able to get them because of German war score. I love going from having actually a decent amount of land to no land. The Dutch East Indies, though, is still alive, so we might as well kill them. And I am still at war with Siam. The Siamese have honestly thrashed my booty cheeks pretty hard, like really hard. They've killed about 1/10 of my entire population, but I might finally get my revenge considering I have a pretty decent chunk of them encircled. I definitely got some revenge on the Siamese there. Oh man, they really fucked me up, but I fucked them up better. Siam chewed me up and spit me out, man. They dealt 300,000 casualties to me, which, whatever, you know, you shrug it off, you live with it. I have 0 manpower. But I joined the Allied war against the Axis, just waiting on Sweden to cap. And, you know, the reason I joined it was so that obviously I could get desperate defense for that 5% recruitable population buff. But now I'm just going to try and get as much war score as I can, because Siam and the Dutch East Indies here have both joined the Axis, so that kind of sucks. I'd like to take the both of them. That's the war, so let's see, what can I get? Probably nothing by the looks of it. That's delightful. The Philippine state. I love the Philippine state. Love them. They're my favorite. I got some things, you know. I got some things. I genuinely hate the Philippine state, though, but I did get some things. So that's good. I also stole a little bit of a navy. A little bit. If that's seriously all the navy, I'm going to be massively disappointed. No, yeah, it is. Oh, well, you know what? We have a little bit of a navy. 133 ships. That's kind of impressive for New Zealand. The world is not looking great for me right now. It's like not looking great at all, considering the vast majority of it is under like one country's control. I'm still in their faction though, so it's not all bad. I'm gonna declare war on the Guangdong clique because they are not allied with anybody. I'm gonna prep a war goal for the Guangxi clique because they're also not allied with anybody. And you know what they have? They have resources, and resources are a good thing. I'm just kind of looking at this and I'll give a brief rundown. If this is still somehow possible, which I'm not really sure if it's possible or not, I'm gonna have to kill Japan first. Not a fun concept, not a fun idea, but I'm gonna have to kill Japan first, and then I'm gonna have to move west. And then I can deal with this. I think it's possible. It's gonna be hell on earth, and I'm gonna need some steel so that I can start producing these things called tanks. But I guess we'll see. I mean, if this video doesn't come out, then you know it's not possible, and if it does, then you know it is possible. The Guangxi clique? No, that's the Guangxi clique. The other Guangxi, whatever it was, they're gone. No, wait, that was the Guangxi clique. This is the Guangdong clique. How could I get them fucking confused? I don't know, but I did. Not pretty, but much better than Siam was. All right, and with these guys under my control, look at that manpower. Look at those resources. Doesn't look as good as I was hoping it would. Holy fuck, why did they build so many mills? Dude, I'm not like... Why did they build so many mills? I thought I wouldn't be updating this early. I was just gonna do a little bit of blob expanding throughout Asia where I can, I'm available to. But the Gansuma killed 629,000 New Zealanders. Probably mostly actually Chinese people, but 629,000, 30 divisions, they got overran. Revenge is mine, and sweeter than I could have imagined because I'm getting everybody. Dude, I wasn't expecting to get everybody in the peace deal. Oh, the Sichuan clique, though, that's beautiful. New Zealand is like a cancerous blob just expanding into unprotected countries who, for some reason, won't join any factions. Not that New Zealand is complaining, and New Zealand does have modern tanks. What are these modern tanks exactly? Who the hell knows? But we do have modern tanks. They're called Centurions, but in reality, they're actually the Big Bobs. The greatest tank, too. Well, second greatest tank? An improvement on the other greatest tank, the Bob Semple. Oh, I never made Bob Semples today, fortunately. Really fucking missing out. I hope I can be forgiven. At 1 million subscribers, I'll do a Bob Semple only World Conquest. You want to see Bob Semple only? Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully this doesn't negatively affect oil prices. The second New Zealand-Ethiopian War, everybody. Fought mostly between Ethiopian camels and New Zealand Asians. Just as New Zealand Mussolini intended. Oh my god. Japan just declared war on me. I wasn't, expecting that. Dude, that's massively inconvenient. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Shit. Shit. Okay. Okay, I'm definitely gonna lose. Oh god, I'm gonna lose the Guangxi clique. This is minutely inconvenient. I was not expecting them to declare war on me. I didn't even get a thing that says, oh hey, they're gonna declare war on you soon. Nothing. That's fine. I can at least hide in Hong Kong if I need to. Now, I mean, you know, you say, oh, it sucks that you're gonna lose this, the Man Penguin. It doesn't suck. I can't get anything from there. So I'm not losing any, oh, except for a lot of trade. I lost a lot of trade. Okay, all right, I'm losing some factories, I guess. I'm definitely losing that, and I'm losing some major productioning abilities, but that doesn't matter. This is, well, we're in for the long haul. Kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna have to do. And, well, assuming that I don't die, I'm gonna pose a query, and you guys are all gonna not answer this for me. Because you guys have probably about as much clue as I do. Why are the Japanese divisions so fucking powerful? I mean, I know they're dead. Why are they so powerful? Does Paradox have like a fucking boner for making certain nations have overpowered focus trees or overpowered divisions? I noticed it with the Czechoslovak focus tree in the most recent DLC. And they kind of can get a little overpowered. And I guess they did it with the Japanese too. I guess we know that Japan supports Japanese imperialism, which not really surprising. While I'm killing these Mongolians here and Finno-Russian republics, I'm simultaneously just eating Japanese divisions for, well, like basically breakfast. Sometimes a midnight snack too. It just depends. I was a little worried about Japan because, you know, they kind of outpace me in every single regard. Factories, way outpace me. Resources, way outpace me. Divisions, they way outpace me. Navy, yeah, their Navy's a little bit better than mine is. And their Air Force is massive. I mean, it is massive. 700,000 versus 100,000. So I'm like, how the hell am I gonna fucking beat the Japanese here? The answer? Just kill their divisions when they fucking naval invade me and can't take a port. It's a tried and true HOI4 tradition. Just kill the AI's divisions when they naval invade you. Oh shit, that's the Japanese Navy. Can I blow it up? Well, I blew up a little bit of it. I blew up mostly the destroyers. Not ideal. But if I can snag it, it ran. We have two carriers, you know, the ice carrier and the escort carrier. And they're both pretty sufficient at what they do. I have definitely taken down the Japanese Navy a little bit. You know, they send it in piecemeal so often that I sunk a lot of their heavy cruisers and their light cruisers and some of their destroyers. But they still have their carriers. They still have the big guns. Those guys are concerning. Portugal time. If you guys are wondering how I'm invading countries, if you haven't pieced it together, or I haven't mentioned it for some reason, I'm invading people by paratropping from my allied territory. It's why I haven't left the allies. I fucking love tanks, though. Even though I'm in a hole of 1.5k, because, you know, for a while I was lacking supply. Things are looking a little better, though. I finally am getting supply from my conquered lands. And I should be getting supply from... Nope. Oh, yeah, I am. Okay, see, I'm getting everything I need, which is good. The re-liberation has begun. All right, it looks like I caught their navy earlier than I was expecting. Hupek, your Marine, he got turned into a paratrooper. He died here in Equatorial Guinea. So, It was a very honorable sacrifice, though. Very honorable. Huh. That's, completely reasonable. Oh, look at that. The Anglo's burnt down. Oh, whatever, I don't give a fuck. It turns out that I only need to cap the Japanese. So with that being the case, obviously, we're just going to completely ignore everybody else. The first landing was a failure. Hopefully this one goes a little better. Oh my god, I did it. I beat the Japanese. Let me tell you, I didn't think that was going to be possible. I did not think there was a chance in hell that I was going to fucking win that. Like, I really thought when the Japs declared war on me, I mean, I kind of thought before the Japs declared war on me, but I really thought when the Japs declared war on me that this game was lost. That does not seem to be the case. The People's Republic of Aotoria is looking pretty good so far. I got, well, what remained of the Japanese fleet that I absolutely massacred. They had like 6 carriers left and some submarines, I think, by the time I was done. I do look good. I look pretty good. 1,000 factories. Resources out the ass. Obviously, we're not done yet. Luckily, the world is kind of already divided into factions. This is South America is absolutely disgusting. I have a plan. And 11 million manpower. I'm doing Empower the Working Class, which will make me leave the Allies, for no other reason than the 10% construction boost. You can definitely tell I have been preparing for this moment. I have like over 1,000 infantry divisions. All right, Poland it is. 45 days. They have very, very few divisions in Europe. Of course, I didn't get to show it off the way that I should have, but they have very few divisions in Europe because they're all over here. So my hope is that I can just use my various armies to run through and block Europe off from Britain, because Britain is quite powerful with 2 to 4 million manpower in their air force. I should have looked at this before I left the faction, but what are you gonna do? Oh, but still, the idea is pretty simple. I need to destroy the Allies. War goal on Poland is done. I'm gonna immediately declare it, and I'm also gonna immediately start justifying on Britain, just in case they choose not to join the war. Britain, in its cowardly way, never end up joining the war, so I'm declaring war on them now. And I'll declare war on all of their puppets as well. Fuck the British, like, for real. British Raj, you are gonna go the way of the dodo. Going too bad. The Poles managed to draw back a few divisions, enough to be slightly problematic, but the British haven't managed to draw back enough divisions. America's not looking too good. Not that I care, necessarily. It's just, it really is interesting how, disgusting this world has become. 1965. Britain was very close to actually doing a world conquest. They kind of got fucked by me, though. But I'll take that, because fuck the British. They did not deserve to have anything. Outsourcing their dying to the Indians, as we can all see. I hate how the Americans get all this occupied territory that they don't deserve. So, I'm declaring war on them. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? I did not... Oh my god, dude. Did I seriously just get cucked? I don't like that. Okay, it's fine. I don't like that. 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 That's such bullshit. They got like all of my divisions. Dude, okay, can I just say fuck this? Like, actually. Dude, I hit this button like 5 fucking times, the Imperialist Uprising imminent. I hit it 5 times. I don't look, and apparently they're just redoing it again. Look at all those fucking divisions, dude. Those are all my divisions. Whoever thought that the Imperialist Civil War was a good idea, that you should have to go through as New Zealand, like, whoever thought that was a good idea, and the fact that the British can just constantly seemingly hit the button, whoever thought that was a good idea, I hope that they suffer immensely for the rest of their life. I'm laying the hammer down on the freaking New Zealand Civil War, which, that is so many divisions right there. And so much Navy, too. They stole so much of my stuff. I mean, look at that. That's 129 ships. Those are my 129 ships. My ships. Gone. They said, yeah, we're going into fucking Civil War today, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, it hasn't hindered me too hard, really. You look at this, everything looks fine. I'm dealing with things as I'm dealing with them. But it hurts my heart a little bit. It hurts my heart a little bit that I got fucked like that. There goes Imperialist New Zealand, and I got some of my equipment back. Some of my equipment back. With 1,000, and then, well, eventually a little less than 1,000 infantry divisions, I was able to give whatever these guys are, the Allies a proper thrashing. 6 million to the British so far, 1 million to the Filipinos, another million to the British Raj, and then I don't know where... 1 million of my own people, actually mostly Chinese people for being honest with ourselves. So, you know, pretty decent. I'm just kind of hanging out here justifying war goals on the last couple of holdouts. You guys might be wondering, why don't you kill Britain first? America is communist, so that might change the peace deal a little bit, but we know how America is in peace deals. They release nations. What the fuck is that? Telangana? Telangana? Where is Telangana? Dude, can we just say fuck India? Oh, this poor one Brazilian guy. He did not know what was about to hit him. So help me God, though. The British keep appealing to imperial loyalists. They're gonna have a real problem. There must be consequences for Britain's actions. There must be consequences. There is nowhere safe in Britain. God willing, there will never be anywhere safe in Britain. This is absolutely deserved. I would go so far as to say that this is the ideal future that we all have to look forward to. That only killed 1 million Britons. That's sad. Should have been more. Ever since I dropped those nukes, there is no more option to suppress imperialist loyalists anymore. I don't know. Nukes must have been what it took. But I'm just making my way now through... Well, I actually totally took all of South America. And I slaughtered a lot of people, I think, doing it as well. So yeah, the Americans don't have main divisions, although they have been in constant civil war, and the Mexicans don't have main divisions. I don't think they've been in constant civil war, though. They just don't have main divisions, so we'll take that. All I got for the Americans is Revolutionary Cuba. I should have seen that one coming. My fault for thinking that there wouldn't be a major nation declared that's an island. That's my fault. I should probably just shoot myself. I'll save that for later. Luckily, I've been building a navy because, you know, my first navy got stolen from me for some reason. I wonder why it got stolen. There's definitely not any imperial civil wars or anything. That would lead to my navy being stolen. Fucking imperialists. They're always taking everything. My jobs, my navy, my tanks. I still haven't let that one go yet, even though it only hindered me slightly. Oh yeah, Revolutionary Cuba and their 2 divisions, really deserving of the fucking major nation title. Everybody knows that these Cubans, they don't have a good economy and that they're actually New Zealanders. They've been getting subsidies from these communist Americans, and they've been getting subsidies from the Haitians their entire life. And they have flying bombs, and they're a threat to New Zealand security. And they also peddle drugs, I think. I mean, I think every Mexican nation peddles drugs, so I don't see why Cuba would be any different. There goes America. They had their basic guided missiles they were giving to the Cubans so that they can blow up New Zealand. Canada is not too far behind at 99%, 100%. There it goes. That's the Allies. I do not have the majority of the war score. All right, how bad is this going to be? It looks like just all annexed. Yep, all annexed. Okay. Not bad. It's just Britain left for the Allies. And this should be Britain. Yep, that is the Allies. That is the peace deal. There are only 3 nations left. The Communist States of America, apparently. No idea where that is. Let's take a look on the map. Communist States of America. Oh, of course. Why wouldn't they be on this random island? Well, the Communist States of America, Tanatuva, and France. I was able to get my navy back that I lost during the Civil War. There's the war goal against Tanatuva. Hopefully they call the French in. That would really suck if they didn't, but might as well cook a war up on the Frenchies in the case they don't. That's my war goal against America. Dude, why are there Americans? Okay, they're gonna die. It's fine. Okay, that's all of America. Thank you, Christ. Finally, the war goal on the French is done. They just made me sit here for 365 days waiting. Thank you, France. Very cool. Just to last like 6 seconds. There they go. That is the war. And not only is that the war, that is the world conquest as well. A truly miserable game this was, New Zealand. Truly miserable. There were several points in time where I thought it was a failed run, and I was just gonna say, oh, well, New Zealand, not possible. But I stuck it out in today's video. I really did. From just being New Zealand, to Japan declaring war on me at a random time, to the fucking Imperial Civil War, or Imperialist Civil War. This isn't fucking Star Wars. It was tough. It was definitely... I definitely stuck it out for the long haul. 21 hours played, 34 years in game, fucking 1970. New Zealand's already went to the moon and back. Probably launched a couple nukes from the moon too, if we're being honest. But the world conquest is done, and honestly, I'm kind of world conquested out. Like, I've done a lot of world conquests in the past, like, month. Like, what, like 4? I mean, I enjoy world conquest, I do, and I sort of enjoyed this to a certain degree, but it was painful in other moments. It was painful. But that's the world conquest as New Zealand. That's the 2,000 subscriber special. Obviously, thank you all so much for 2,000 subs. Let's just keep going to 3. I don't have a goal for 3,000 subs. I'm not going to set a goal for 3,000 subs. I think to alleviate pain and suffering for myself, I'm going to set my goal for, shit, you know what? We're shooting high. 5,000 subs if I ever reach that number. 5,000 subscribers, Awusa World Conquest. There you go. That's the goal. Share this video with your friends if you have any, and if you're like me and you don't, then don't. But thank you all so much for joining. I shall see you all in the next video. Peace out.